encourage your soul, enlighten your mind, and empower your faith. This is the Light Network. Hello and welcome to Preachers in Training, the podcast where we talk about all things preaching and ministry. My name is Robert Hatfield, and if you're watching the video version of the show, you may notice some extra glitz and glamour. Somehow, it's already holiday season, and people are wanting to know, what do you get that minister in your life? I mean, really, all they know is he likes studying the Bible, I think. So, once again, I don't know how many years running now, here to help us populate our Amazon wish list is Chad Landman, who is one of the ministers.
Year 10!
Is this year 10? This
is year 10!
Wow, I love this.
I've been keeping track. I don't know if
Thank
you've
you.
been keeping track,
I
but it is
I have not.
an honor to be here, Robert. Thank you.
What's
so
fun?
much.
What would be fun is to go back and see if the stuff from year one still applies. I don't know if it would.
You know, I bet you not. I don't think any of it would apply for anything as quickly and as fast as technology has moved in the last 5 or 10 years. Wow.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, Chad serves the Graymere Church of Christ in Columbia, Tennessee. Education minister. Is that still the official title?
Yes, education, children's, technology, associate, whatever you want to call me.
Whatever you do.
I do all of that stuff. Yeah, I know. I've been here for 10 plus years, almost 11 now.
Wow.
The Columbia community is amazing. We've got a lot of good stuff going on here at Graymere. I serve with really great ministers, Andrew Phillips, John David Schwartz, Jonathan Winchester.
Yeah.
It is just a privilege to be here. And we are not without our challenges, as every church is, but man, is it wonderful to be here. We have a wonderful eldership, and I am just always thrilled to be able to be here.
Legendary ministry staff, rich heritage of a congregation. Man, it's always good stuff. All right, so we are, this is the 2025 Holiday Gift Guide for Ministers. And in case there are individuals who aren't aware of what we do here, tell us sort of the philosophies by which you have curated your list for today. Before we get into the specifics, like you obviously have preachers, ministers in general in mind with what we're about to discuss, right?
Yes, of course. I go and I really think about what are some of the things that I have used the most this year and gotten the most value out of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to not overlap too much on a lot of the other items that we've had in the previous list. And yeah, there is some, we were joking about the first year. I bet you there's some items on that would still be applicable, but I'm looking at like cost, because I mean, let's be honest, ministers, we don't have a ton of money. And if we do, our church doesn't have a ton of budget money for some stuff like this. And so budget is an item that I was thinking about, but also usability, versatility, and a little bit of a mixture of technology and analog tools. So,
okay. Technology and analog tools. See, I always look forward to this. This is going to be good. All right. So we've got a list of links here. Don't worry if you are worried that maybe you've missed something. Whatever, you can go to our website, thelightnetwork.tv. Look for this episode of Preachers in Training, the 2025 Holiday Gift Guide. And you can find everything that we're about to discuss. And where do we start? We start analog. Is that right? We're going throwing it way back for this one. I love this.
And it's kind of an analog with an asterisk, because you can get at least one of these two books that I'm going to mention, you can get on Kindle, especially this first one, which is Authorized, the use and misuse of the King James Bible. I am studying to do a class on translations. As education minister, I teach class full-time here at Graymere.
Sure.
Most of the time it's twice a week, and I, again, just love it. But I have really dove into translations, and I know that's not one of those topics that is necessarily the most dynamic.
Sure.
But it can be. And I think that this right here by Mark Ward, I'm about halfway through this book right now. It is amazing to me. It is amazing to me the grief that the King James Version has gotten over the past half century.
Mhm.
25 years, it's been labeled as irrelevant, incapable of being read because it's so esoteric and whatever. But one of the main points that he makes in the first few chapters is our students in high school read Shakespeare all the time.
Yeah.
This is written basically Shakespearean English back in the day. And so he
Mhm.
goes through this really awesome kind of analysis of the King James Version and kind of gives you a new appreciation for it, honestly. It has given me, honestly, a whole new appreciation of seeing the light a little bit on the King James Version, where I was a guy that also was part of the chorus of, it's kind of irrelevant. Nobody uses it anymore. But it's almost as if seeing the beauty of it illuminates the other versions of the Bible that we
Mm.
have today. Love that.
Yeah.
So that is the authorized by Mark Ward, and again, it's been a terrific read. It's a very small book, not very thick at all. So you can
Yeah.
probably read it. Some of you could probably read it in a weekend or an evening, but very, very good.
168 pages, according to Amazon. And Mark Ward got his PhD from Bob Jones University. He's a Bible YouTuber with more subscribers than he had yesterday. That's what his bio says.
I've never actually looked
I
at his
love that.
YouTube channel, so I'll have to look at
Okay.
that
All
now.
right.
But I picked this up just
Yeah.
by recommendation from somebody else. So
This is one of those things. I mean, sure, the King James Version, uh, obviously, something that was done in 1611, and even then
yeah,
modernized from that.
yeah,
There have been advancements, yes, even in our understanding of New Testament Greek and Hebrew and all Old Testament Hebrew, Aramaic, all of that since then. And yet, like, what a landmark of a translation, the King
yes.
James Bible. So I love this. Authorize the use and misuse of the King James Bible. Ooh. $14.99 as we're recording this, paperback, $5.99 on Kindle. So that's pretty neat. All right. Let me pull up my list here again. Where do we go next?
The next one is the CSB Connecting Scripture New Testament. I've got it
Oh,
right here.
oh, you have it. Awesome. Let's see
Yes,
that too.
this
It's a
is
thin looking book.
so. This is just a New Testament.
Okay.
It's a Bible, and it is interesting because it takes. I kind of had one marked right here that's really good. So Acts chapter 2. Obviously, we'd be familiar with that one.
Mm-hmm. Heard of
Um,
that?
you've got a some really good looking notes, and it gives you these, if I can get you on there, gives you some blue and green text where it
Oh.
has direct and indirect um, quotations and allusions to the Old Testament.
Oh.
And for instance, on this page right here, the 3/4 of the page is footnotes, as you can see, and then
Wow.
you've got over here, you've got a
Yeah.
graph, a table that says hearing the Old Testament in Acts, and it's giving you Genesis, Jeremiah, Psalm, Deuteronomy passages, and basically connecting those to one in Acts chapter 2, Acts chapter 4, Acts chapter 5, all sorts of cool stuff. And I
Mm.
picked this up, and this is one of those kinds of things I'm also doing a class on next spring. Is a giant class, probably around 18 to 24 weeks, on connecting scripture. And they're
Mm.
actually working on, from what I understand, they're actually working on a Old Testament version of this. So it's a very thin, very large.
Mm-hmm.
They have a leather. This is the leather version. I opted for the leather version, but this was only like $55,
Oh,
and
wow.
the hardback versions are just as thin, but they're significantly cheaper. They're like 30 or $35. So very well done. The typography and design is obviously top notch, but
Yeah.
the quotations and everything. I love how the blue and green text there just kind of give you a picture and let you go back and see what Old Testament passages it's referencing
Mm-hmm.
there.
So, boy, you want to talk about polar opposites? We went from the King James Version to the Christian Standard Bible,
Yeah, yeah.
which
You're
used to
not
be
wrong
called
about
the
that.
Holman Christian Standard Bible, and now
Yes,
it's just
yes.
been relabeled the CSB,
And
Christian Standard Bible.
I would have
Yeah.
loved to see something in like the ESV translation with this.
Yes.
But this is what I'm not going to be using this as my main
Yeah,
Bible.
yeah, yeah.
This will be a companion, almost as if it's almost a commentary, honestly,
Right, right.
to look at this. And I know that there's been probably some similar things done before, but this is just so well done. It's got these nice layouts right here,
Mm-hmm.
and for the beginning of the books there. Sorry about that.
No,
And it's just really, I love the design so much. It almost outweighed the different things, and I can connect this. I can have an ESV right next to me and connect everything. New American Standard, and can connect everything to that and see the different wording and stuff. It's really cool.
I'll say I've been doing my devotional reading this year in the Christian Standard Bible. Just I like to read from different translations. It sort of makes me pick up on different things. You know how that goes. We get so familiar with reading John 3:16 one way. Sometimes it's nice to read it a slightly different way. Yes. And I've really, really enjoyed it. But to your point, they're laying out the Christian Standard Bible in such a nice, unique way. I mean, you don't often see. I've seen red letter Bibles. I've rarely seen green and blue lettered Bibles.
Right.
So that's really nice. If the names G.K. Beale, Benjamin Glad, from broader religious scholarship circles mean anything to you, those are the editors of this. As I'm scrolling here through Amazon, on Amazon as we're recording this, it's 33% off. List price $84.99. It's on sale now for $57.11. 9-point type size. That means more to me now than it used to. It's got 2 ribbon markers, and it's about 6.6 inches by 9.125 inch page size.
It's a nice big Bible. It's a large format size Bible. It's not a pocket size Bible, and it's quite thin as well. It's very nice.
Yeah. So, articles to further highlight and unpack recurring theological themes found between books. I was noticing, I was scrolling a little earlier through the pictures that it has, and there's like a New Testament index, Old Testament quotes and allusions in the New Testament.
I've got all that marked in here for doing different stuff, and there's some places in Revelation where entire paragraphs are just green.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's like a look at this. This looks like a green meadow right here.
Let me get over here.
With just the green that you see in Revelation. Like it's just amazing that and every statement is explained down in the footnotes. It's very, very good. And they've got, of course, footnotes and cross references on the side. Just the layout is amazing. I would love to see. Crossway or somebody like that with the ESV do something like this. This would be amazing.
Well, this is one of the blessings of the times that we live in. And, to the point, I mean, forever the King James Bible was pretty much it. The American Standard Version came out, but now we've got, you can pretty much pick your layout, center column reference or whatever you want, and you can pretty much find it. And that's a blessing. That's a blessing. All right, we're going to stay on this analog theme for a minute. Switching gears, though, we're not talking Bibles now. We got a cover of a different kind.
Yeah, so this is a cover that I have used, probably as long as we've been doing this gift guide, Robert.
Is that right?
That is, it's just a small field notes cover. And again, something like this, completely unnecessary. But Bellroy, you laugh, but it is. It's not necessary, but it's just luxury. It's a luxury, exactly. And I write in field notes notebooks. So here's some of my, forgive my tiny text writing, but here's some of my sermon notes from Sunday. I'm very organized, very analog, writing down things with pen and paper when it comes to it. I was taking notes in our staff meeting this morning in this notebook. And so you have these tiny little pocket-sized notebooks, but then you get a nice cover like this, and you've got some flexibility with like putting some cards and things in the sides here, and it's got magnets. It's very, very nice. Magnets here on the edge.
Satisfying clip. I like that.
And again, this is probably the most expensive thing I've got on here besides the microphones I'm going to talk about. Mm-hmm. But this right here it's been such a wonderful thing to be able to just throw this in a bag and have this be protected. And the leather is like real. It's not cheap. There's so much cheap stuff out there these days. Yeah. This is not cheap. This is honestly one of those heirloom kind of things. It's going to be something that my kids find, when my grandkids find when I'm old and gone and things like that. So it's awesome. And
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I've just had them. I've just used it for years, and I thought, I don't think I've ever shared this on the gift guide.
Yes.
And if anybody uses Field Notes notebooks, this is spot on. They do sell one on Field Notes fieldnotesbrand.com, which is Field Notes' website.
Yeah.
And but I'm an avid Field Notes user. I don't know if you can see it behind me or whatever, but I've got a whole. I scan my Field Notes. I could probably do a whole episode with you on just analog note taking.
An organization.
But I scan my Field Notes into a flatbed scanner and OCR them so I can actually search them with some apps that I have on my computer later. So I've got all of the handwritten stuff that I've got is already digitized in my computer and analog for people to find it later.
I too am a Field Notes enthusiast.
Yes, I've got one of those as well.
I've got this big old box thing here that I'm using, and it's chock full of these. I haven't used every one of them that's in here, but I've used a whole bunch of them. And the thing is, like, even if you're a Moleskin, it doesn't have to be the Field Notes brand, but it's 3.5 by 5.5. Notebook.
Index card size,
yeah.
And that may seem too small, but you can actually fit a lot of info on a size that big. And when you get some of the notebooks, and there's a lot of notebooks of that brand, of that size that are not Field Notes brand, that will fit in this cover as well. You don't have to use a Field Notes. In fact, it comes with 2 starter notebooks, I believe,
really?
that Milroy have, dot grid starter notebooks. So
yeah. So this is $89. You get your choice of black, caramel, or Everglade. Ooh. Which color do you have?
I have the black. And I even have one that's so old. I've got it. It's somewhere on my shelf back behind us, but they don't even sell it anymore. It's the gray one. And so I use it for another type of notebook, a journal notebook. This is more of a note-taking, sermon notes, staff notes, general notes notebook.
Yeah.
And I love it.
This says the size of this cover means it can also easily double as a minimalist passport cover.
Yes, you can fit a passport into it. You can use it as a wallet. I used mine as a wallet for a while.
Oh, okay.
It's got 2 credit card slots where you can put cards in there. And so, in fact, I've got some of my lesser used cards in here right now.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And you can fit, it's got a pocket back here. So I've got a picture. I've got the Field Notes. I've got a Field Notes calendar back there.
Oh, wow.
All sorts of different stuff.
Are those? I noticed that in the front cover there, it seems like you've got your cards inserted. Let's see, landscape, not portrait. Are there like pockets?
Yes. So let me show you. Let me take these cards out and show you. There is a pocket back here.
Don't show us your cards.
2 different.
Okay.
2 different slide pockets right there to where you can put business cards, credit cards, things like that. And you can fit. I just had in there 2 credit cards on each slot, plus 3 or 4 thick sheets of paper. I've got a watercolor painting somebody did for me. So, but yeah, it's a really cool little thing. And when it breaks in, man, it's just, it's wonderful.
See, I'm just carrying around. I happen to have a Moleskin, and I'm just kind of carrying this around right now. But I need a little something to, protect it from the elements, and
And I don't mind having my books kind of looking wore out and things like that. But I'm going to scan them later. Right. And I want to keep them on the shelf later for something physical that my kids and my grandkids can look at.
I love it. Okay. I've already added that to my wish list.
There you go.
Now we're talking.
I knew I was going to cost Robert some money today.
This is why I love this episode. This is so good. All right. We're switching gears now, and we're getting a little more digital. We're not quite in the digital space yet. But do you want to tell people what you're about to build us, or
so I'm about to use the next 3 items.
Okay.
I'm going to build a minister, a preacher, if you will, social media kit. This is the Ulanzi MT16 tripod. Okay. It's a mini, like a desktop tripod, but it has a few surprises. So you've got the ability to click it closed and make a handle out of these. You've got rubberized portions right here.
Oh, that's cool.
You've got a handle, but you've also got an extension to where you can do kind of a selfie mode. What? If that's something that you wanted to do. Or what I've done is actually it's just to get a better shot of something when I put a camera on here. It's just to get a better shot of something, get it a little bit higher than I can reach. You pair this with a very simple but unbranded magnetic tripod attachment. And I say unbranded. I was like, I was trying to look for it. It does not have a brand to it, but this is the best one that I've tried. and it
Closest
is
I can find
really,
is brand Rig Dance. Whatever that means. Rig
what does it
Dance?
say?
Rig Dance. I don't
Who
know.
knows, Robert? Who
Okay.
knows, man? But it's very good. It's very strong. And of course, this gives you a magnetic attachment for
Yes.
your phone.
Your your
And so you
iPhone.
have your phone that you can attach. And it's a really good, obviously, a really good magnet. It's just like the one that you would use in your car. But you
Mm-hmm.
can use this and put it like on your desk. And if you do, like if you're an aspiring Chris McCurley, for instance, um,
Aren't we
you
all?
like that? You like that? If you're an aspiring Chris McCurry, you can put this on your desk and use the front-facing camera
Yeah.
and record yourself in combination with, let me
Uh-oh.
see if I can find them. I got one more.
But wait, there's more.
I'm literally using actually, this right here,
Oh, it's
the
on your
microphone
shirt.
that I'm wearing right
Yes.
here is the Hollyland Lark M2S wireless mics.
So you're
And
talking to us right now from this microphone.
I am, and they actually are in my experience, they are the cheapest
Mm-hmm.
but best sounding and smallest mics I've ever
Yes.
seen. So in the picture, I can't show you in the picture necessarily because I'm using one, but they're
Mm-hmm.
super tiny. Let me show you. They're
Yeah.
super tiny right here.
Oh, I see.
And yeah, you see how small they are.
Yeah.
And what you've got is you've got the little receiver. I'm actually using the little tiny USB receiver, but it also comes with a receiver for a camera. So if you've got a bigger camera or a digital
Oh.
SLR camera, they've got a thing for that. And so it comes with a little wire attachment for that as well. But you've got two microphones, not just one. So you can do an interview with somebody with your iPhone. You can set this up with your iPhone in landscape and
Mm-hmm.
film it however you wanted to. And again, this head rotates right here. This Ulanzi tripod, you can actually do a full rotating head right here. It's actually very,
Oh.
very nice.
It's got a little
Or if
ball on the top.
Exactly. And
Uh-huh.
or if you're just walking around the church building and you're doing like a social media post for your congregation, you can
Yeah.
just hold it out like this, or you can even get a wider angle and do something on the selfie stick like this. It's
Wow.
actually really awesome. I have used this thing nonstop
Mm-hmm.
for basically doing church advertisement stuff on our Facebook group because I found that people, instead of writing out an announcement or putting a
Mm-hmm.
graphic out, they love
Yeah.
to watch a really short, like 1 minute video.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And to be able to do something and to shoot it right there, like in the middle of, I did this for Trunk or Treat. Trunk or Treat started at 6:30, and I was out there at 4:30, and not everything was set up yet, but I just said, hey, this is where it's going to be happening, and
Yeah.
we stuck it out online, and it had like several thousand views within 30 minutes, just shared around the community, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, there's a lot more
Graphics take
power
you
in
to
this.
another, if you have a nicely designed graphic, they take you to another
Yes.
level, but videos, a well done video with good audio
Yeah.
takes you to a whole nother level because video is everything these
And
days.
it's
And you've
never
seen it
been
through,
easier.
it's never been easier. You've got, I mean, what is this? A $20 tripod, some
Yeah.
$100 microphones that sound amazing. Here's the case,
Mm-hmm.
by the way,
Oh,
and
okay.
a magnetic mount and using your own phone.
Right.
There is no reason or no excuse for you, rather,
Yeah.
and no reason for you not to be able to do this. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
really, really cool. I think it's a great setup, and it doesn't cost that much at all. You can even get some cheaper mics. They've got those little disc mics. I think they're actually Hollyland as well,
Mm.
but they've got some little disc mics that are even cheaper. They're like $80 or something. But
Wow.
yeah, if you have a MagSafe on your phone, this will
Mm-hmm.
work, no
Mm-hmm.
problem. And it will work with a MagSafe case too. I have a MagSafe case. It will work with a MagSafe case too.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. We've got a little tripod, 4 levels, 360-degree ball head, $22.75 at the time that we're recording this. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we pair that with this magnetic phone tripod mount.
And again, it
Brand
doesn't have to be that
unknown.
one, but this
Sure.
one is the best one I've tried. I've tried probably 3 or 4 of them, and it's the best one I've tried.
Yeah, this is great. So that's $13.99, and then you add about another $100, $114, and you're getting 2 microphones and really 2 different kinds of receivers, and
Mhm.
so it's versatile. You can use it with your phone, But you can also, if you have a more sophisticated setup, or maybe you need to use it in some other way, you're not tied to your phone with this setup.
Or you can just do like we're doing right now. You could actually use the mic with the USB-C receiver like I'm using on my Mac right here and record something using a camera app, using your front-facing camera on your laptop if you wanted to not use your phone at all. But obviously the laptop's not as mobile.
Yeah.
But you could do that if that's something that you want to sit at your desk with. And you can use this if you talk on podcasts, or if you talk on interviews, or if you give, I would think that these Hollyland mics would be incredible for people doing remote teaching.
Yes.
Because Andrew, our pulpit minister, he does a lot of remote teaching for Heritage and Freed-Hardeman. Mm-hmm. And he has something like this now where I set him up where he doesn't have to have a microphone in his face, and it still gives you clear audio.
Yeah.
It's not going to give you the Shure SM7B sound. It's not going to be that nice, but it's going to be much magnitudes better than an onboard mic that you would find on your laptop for sure.
Definitely acceptable. It's amazing.
Definitely.
All right. And that just reminds us, I mean, we need to utilize the tools that we have. And now there are so many cheap accessories, just a little bit of add-on. And now you not only have an amazing telecommunications device, but you have basically a TV studio in your pocket with your phone. It's just amazing.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing. All right. I love that. Okay, now we need some way to carry all this stuff around, Chad. I mean,
you're correct, Robert. Have you ever said to yourself, Robert, I wish I had a laptop sleeve that was also a desk organizer?
Every day, really.
Well, I've got an answer for you. This
look at this.
It looks like it's just a conventional laptop bag, right?
Yeah, unassuming. Yeah.
Got it. Unassuming, nice, black, obviously, because that's the universal man color. Mm-hmm. But you unzip it right here, and I've got my MacBook.
Whoa.
It's a 14-inch MacBook.
Okay.
But then it transforms.
What? Oh, you fold it. Were those magnets I heard?
Those were magnets you heard. They're magnets right here in the middle that hold these sections together. What? And then you pull open the sides, and you have a magnetic opening right there.
Come on.
And so you can fit it on your desk just like so, and you can do it on the other side the same way as well. So you can pack this full of little doodads, and I've got some of the items we're actually going to talk about here.
Ooh,
but look at that. This is actually a nice little desk caddy. It sits up by itself.
That's cool.
And it's not very expensive. I think this thing was like $80.
Yeah.
But this is a Robert, it's confession time.
Okay. All right. This is a safe space.
This was I'm glad to hear that. This was an Instagram buy. Have you ever bought anything off of Instagram?
No, I have not.
This was I kept seeing the ads for this, and I'm like, that doesn't work like it's really. It absolutely does.
It does.
It's actually pretty fun. And it comes with a shoulder strap if you're a shoulder strap kind of person. But I liked the briefcase. Right. And I love how they called it the Omni 2.0. Mm-hmm. Do you know what they did from the 1.0 to the 2.0 to make it the 2.0?
What did they do?
They added this handle.
They added a little handle in the middle.
And that is the thing because I said, I literally messaged their I guess their marketing, whatever they did. And I said, if you add a handle to it, I will buy it tomorrow.
We have you
and they're
to
like,
thank.
2.0 is having a handle. And I was like, what? I'm going to buy it. And lo and behold, it's actually very, very nice. And it just kind of folds up like that.
Do they have an iPad in the side? Like I'm looking through the stock pictures here.
So I wanted to show you that. So I've got an iPad mini.
Yes.
It will fit an iPad mini. And it is not a stretch either. So you can fit an iPad mini with a case on it.
Right in there.
Right in there.
And you have the 13, 14-inch version of this Omni bag. Is that right?
I have the 14-inch. This is a 14-inch MacBook Pro.
Okay.
I'm actually talking to you on another one of our computers here. But this is a 14-inch MacBook Pro. It will also fit a 13-inch MacBook Air.
Okay.
They also have a 15 and 16-inch versions. I think that it says on the website that is sold out currently.
Sold out, yeah.
But at the same time, they said that when I ordered this over a month ago. and they had it to me in 2 weeks. And so,
okay. Wow.
I bet they're stocking up for Christmas, and I bet you that you
Right.
could probably get one by Christmas time. So,
So
but yeah, it's really cool. It's got a
yeah.
lot of organization in here, as you can see
Oh,
in the pictures as well.
let's see
A
this.
lot of kind of spandex pockets, different things like that, and
Uh-huh.
it's kind of got this um, stair step view to where you've got gray, black,
Yes.
and it gives you like a high vis interior, so you can
It
find
makes
your
it so
stuff. It's really
nice.
cool.
I see you have your micron pins in there. That's good. That's
I
good.
do. You
Yeah.
do not leave home without them. There you go.
No, don't
And if
do
it's
that.
this side, okay, so this side has a mesh pocket that
Mm-hmm.
lines the entire front.
Okay.
This side has a separated mesh pocket for like smaller little doodads. You've
Oh,
got a little
see?
separator right here, and
Yeah.
then you can zip it across the top.
I'm
But it's
not
actually
surprised
really
to see a knife in your bag either.
yeah. That's the this is the emergency knife and flashlight right here.
Of course.
Just a cheap little knife that I've got in there, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's actually I was pleasantly surprised when I got it,
Mhm.
and I'm still using it every day. And I
Yes.
wanted something slim like a laptop bag,
Yeah.
but I did not want to carry a backpack anymore. I feel like I'm over 40. I need to look like I'm over 40, and so
Right. Yeah. Do you do a lot of remote work, like coffee shops, things like that, or
you
do you
know,
travel a lot? I know. So
I do travel a lot, but I have
yeah.
gotten it. Columbia is so wonderful, and we've
Yes.
got 2 or 3 little awesome coffee shops, and especially
Uh-huh.
this time of year, if I just need to write out a Bible lesson, I will pack this thing up, and that's
Yeah.
the only thing I'll take with me, and I've got everything I need in it to charge. I've got all my pens, I've got a notebook, I've got an extra iPad mini if I need to use it. It's fantastic. But yeah, I do a little bit of that.
Years and years and years ago, like maybe when we first started doing these 10 years ago or so, I got this little orange case, I think from like the Knock company. Do you remember that? I mean, this thing
Yes,
is
I do.
ancient, and
The
I've used it for all these years, basically for one main purpose, and that is to carry my micron pens and Bible
There you
highlighters
go.
with me wherever I
There you
go.
go.
But I have often thought, wouldn't it be nice to have one bag instead of like all these little bags?
And see, that's what I was
See?
doing, Robert. I had a
Yes.
backpack that had little bags inside of it to have little and I'm
Yes.
just like,
Yeah.
this is maddening. Why am I doing this? And this has allowed me to actually streamline a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
and kind of minimize a lot of stuff while still having the capacity to have things like, oh man, how many times do you use these
Oh,
right
you
here,
gotta
right?
have the little Post-it
I
sticky
mean, you got to
notes.
have
Yeah.
those. I've got a handkerchief. Let's just, you know what? Let's just do a real quick
Let's just do
tour
it.
here. I've got some of the
Okay.
things in
I
here that
love
we're going to
this.
talk about, but I've got an AirPod cleaner. Like, oh my goodness.
You gotta
I've
have it.
got the headphones that I'm wearing right now are nice Shure in-ear monitors. I've got those tucked in
Oh,
here. I've
beautiful.
got, of course, you cannot go wrong with lens wipes for
You
screens and
gotta
stuff
have
like that.
those.
And then I've got a awesome handkerchief to wipe down those screens. I've got an external battery we'll talk about, so I won't give that away, but this is
Yeah.
actually one of those slim Anchor MagSafe batteries in here. Just
Ooh.
unbelievable stuff. And then we'll talk about this charger here in just a second.
Okay.
And I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff in here. It's great. It is so wonderful. Oh,
Yeah.
ruler to
A ruler. It's like a
underline
little.
stuff in the
It's a little triangle. That was
yeah. It's like a
amazing.
little triangle. It's like a little triangle
It's the
ruler. Yeah.
perfect size for your little notebooks, right?
It's
Yeah.
exactly. It's almost as if I've thought about this a little too much.
You have streamlined your workflow.
That that is the hope right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this. Okay. Well, speaking of streamlining workflow, we need power. And there have been a bunch of these out over the years. I remember some of these that you've recommended over the years. Do power banks, power bricks have a life cycle, or is it that we're getting more and more new devices that have different ports on them?
You're
What do you
getting
think?
more devices that have more ports on them. You're getting
Yeah.
power banks that are more powerful that can charge quicker. You're
There
getting
you
power
go.
banks that are thin like this one
Look at that. It's so small.
and carbon fiber, and it's got 2 USB-C ports on
Yep.
it,
There you
which
go.
is all you need these days, it seems like. An indicator light on the end to let you know what the charge is. This is the
Mm-hmm.
Night Core Let's see if I can get it. MB 10,000 Gen 2. So
Wow.
10,000 means 10,000 milliamp hours. And
Okay.
if you divide that number up by the size battery that you have, so if
Mm-hmm.
you have a 3,000 milliamp hour battery in your phone, you can charge your phone 3 times with this.
How about that? Wow.
And it is so thin and so small. This is the nicest. Normally, I would say, well, man, power banks are a dime a dozen, right? Like you can find them anywhere. You can find them at the gas station.
Sure. Sure.
But this thing, man, has been worth every penny. And they make one that's even smaller than this. That's like a pocket version that
Mm.
really bailed me out at Disney World, honestly. So
Okay. You
this one
gotta
right
have it.
here is
Yeah.
this is the best general use one. And so it will actually, I'm glad you put that picture up. If you'll put that last picture up
Mm-hmm.
again, it will give you a 20-watt output. And you might think, well, that's great. 20 watts will charge an iPhone pretty quickly. It's not considered fast charging,
Uh-huh.
but it will charge it pretty quickly. This battery will even trickle charge my MacBook.
That's
So you can
amazing.
actually get your MacBook from about 0 to 25% with just this battery if you
Huh.
had to.
Wow.
So really cool. I really love this one. They do make a USB-A version. I opted for the Gen 2
Yeah.
USB-C only version.
I'm seeing
And
USB-A
so,
on this one that we're showing here. Yeah.
but it's so thin. I do not understand how they made it so thin. It's like the size of 4 or 5 credit cards stacked up on one another. It's
Mm.
amazing.
And it's $59.95 on Amazon as we're recording
Yeah,
this.
and that's a lot less than I paid for it. I'll tell you that much.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think I paid 89 for the one that I bought, and but again, still worth every penny because it just fits. And I needed to slim things down a little bit to fit it in my
For
bag, so
your
I've kind of
case. Yeah, for the
for my
bag.
case, I streamlined it.
Oh.
And speaking of thin, if we want to move to the next thin thing,
Yes.
I've got a thin wall charger here from Ugreen. This is the 65-watt Nexode Pro.
Mm.
Now, I don't know if you know about wattages or anything like that for like your laptops,
Mm-hmm.
but this has 2 USB-C, 1 USB-A on the end of it. Because every now and then I'll come up with a USB-A thing that I need to charge, and
Sure.
it's handy to have that.
Yeah.
But this will charge my MacBook slower. It will not charge it at full speed, but it won't trickle charge. So it's kind of somewhere in between. But at 65 watts, I could charge my laptop up no problem with this, or keep it powered up
Oh,
if I
wow.
needed to keep it on. So
Huh.
this is a super tiny little charger. And
Yes.
you can just use a regular USB-C cable. Like I've just got a regular black USB-C cable right here,
Mm-hmm.
and it plugs right in. And of course, you got the folding. I love the folding power outlet
Oh, the
deals
prongs.
right there, so they can
Yes.
fold away and be extra slim.
Wow.
Very, very cool. Now
So,
you can fast charge your phone with this. It's
oh,
very, very cool.
wow. So this is a battery that you charge by plugging into the wall? Is
This
that
is
what we
just a
do?
wall adapter. It's not a battery.
Oh,
It's
I'm
just a
sorry.
wall adapter.
This
Yeah.
is a wall adapter. Okay, okay. So I misunderstood. So instead of using Apple's power brick that came with it, or the came with your computer, or even your phone or your iPad, you can use this for all the things. That's what you're
So
saying.
for instance, this is a 30-watt charger
Yeah, yeah.
that is half the power, and look at the difference in,
Right. It's much
and it's
thicker.
just much thicker, and it has half the power,
Yeah.
and it only has 1 USB-C port on it. So,
Mm.
and this is for the MacBook Air that I'm
Uh-huh.
talking on right now, and this will charge a MacBook Air no problem whatsoever. This will
So,
charge a MacBook Pro, even a 16-inch MacBook Pro, slower than a large charger, but
mhm.
it still will charge it just fine.
And you can plug in multiple things to it at
Yep,
the same
it'll do
time,
all at the same
all at
time.
once.
It'll intelligently distribute those wattages across whatever you have plugged in.
Of course it will. Wow. Okay. Yeah, and universal compatibility. Wow, that's cool. All right,
Yeah.
and it's listed for $44.99 on Amazon, right? 20% off as we're recording this. So.
Yeah, again, I keep finding things cheaper here than when I actually bought them. So
I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. Okay. I misunderstood. Yeah. At first I was like, why is he giving us 2 batteries? No, I understand now. So this is
and
a
all of
wall
these items,
adapter.
Robert, I mean, if they wait until Black Friday sales, like these will be even less probably.
Okay. All right. So you might hold on to that and see what's going on there. Okay,
Ooh.
so that's pretty cool. This would be a nice, I mean, do you use this all the time? I'm thinking this would be a nice travel thing.
This one lives. So the thing in my bag right here,
Yeah.
the laptop bag, it lives in the back laptop bag. This is not taken out at home to use. This is
Okay.
only when I go out and when I'm at the office if I need to do a quick charge or whatever. But most of the time it lives in this bag and I use it only in this bag, and so only on the go and traveling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Good stuff. Okay. There's a lot of things that we're putting on the wish list, but it all comes down to this.
Oh, I don't know about that. Don't play this one up. This one was kind of.
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying this is it. Like this is the last thing on the list.
This is the last thing. This is the last thing right here.
So you're an iPad mini guy and you have a unique looking case on it.
And this is a case by Pitaka. Weird name.
Yes.
But this case, look at what it does for the Apple Pencil here.
Oh, it's got a little flap.
It's got a little flap that obviously goes back and magnetizes itself to the back. But what I love about this, Robert, is not necessarily the Apple Pencil stuff. You can actually take your Apple Pencil off and just use it at that flap like that.
Oh, I love how that
But what I like about it is you see right here on the back, you can actually put this in a configuration.
It's got all these different shapes. You can like fold it
into different shapes.
And
you can fold it, and you can of course use it in landscape right here.
Yeah.
But why would you want to do that when you're reading on it and you want to use it the other way?
Nobody reads in landscape. We're not animals.
And you can turn it the other way and it will sit up in portrait or portrait orientation, just like that. So I actually have used this in Bible class to where I can see more of my text and put it kind of just sits up like this, and it's fantastic. And it's leather, and they don't make a leather iPad mini case. Apple doesn't make one. A lot of people don't make one, but Pitaka does, and it's very awesome. They also make one for the iPad Pro 11-inch. I do not have that one, but this one is actually fantastic. I would imagine it's just as good for the 11-inch version.
So you can
there's a
fold
lot of different
this back
there.
into like 4 combinations.
Yeah, it's almost like an origami case, honestly.
Yeah, it really is. 62-degree document viewing, 57-degree FaceTiming, 53-degree web surfing, 34-degree typing/drawing.
And all of those are really good for Apple Pencil writing. So if you're an Apple Pencil note taker, like this is a perfect case for you. Really
is it?
And it's sturdy too.
I was going to ask, is it sturdy? Like you can kind of bear down on it, even though it's in that origami fold.
You would think that it's not. And I didn't think it is not, honestly. When I bought it, I was like, we'll see, right?
Yeah.
But this is the most sturdy orientation, and it is perfect because it sits it up at an angle like this, because you can turn it upside down, and it sits it up at an angle, and it is very sturdy. Like it is awesomely sturdy.
Wow,
sitting it like that.
Okay, that is nice. I will say, and you kind of joked the Apple Pencil thing, but even though the Apple Pencil magnetizes to the side of the iPad, it is still prone to coming off. I'm always nervous that it's going to come off. In fact, sometimes when I know, like, I'm not doing anything with the Apple Pencil, I will just leave the Apple Pencil here on my desk and just go off without it, because I'm like, I don't want it falling off someplace. Right. So
yeah, exactly.
I've ruined a few of the little tips because it falls off and falls directly onto the tip, and it kind of dings it up a little bit and stuff. So yeah, it is nice to have some protection there.
Yes, it is.
So this case is $49.99 on the iPad Pro 11-inch. Let's look. $49.99 as well for what am I looking at here? iPad Air M3 and M2. So just look around on this link. If you have an iPad Air or an iPad Pro, there could be some different differentiations in pricing. I'm seeing it go up to $59.99 for the iPad Pro 13 and $49.99 for the iPad Pro 11-inch.
Yeah, because the 13 is way bigger than the 11.
Right.
And so they probably have more material in that. But
good. And you can get it in black or light blue or white. So
I considered getting it in white, and I just can't. When black is available, it has to be black.
I would think white would get dirty, but anyway.
You would think so, and but sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it depends on if you carry it around in your nice
And I say
bag.
that as a guy who used a white rubberized mouse, a Logitech mouse, for the last 2 or 3 years.
A white mouse. Okay,
And
that's asking for
it didn't
really.
really get that dirty. I was very surprised. I had to
Yeah.
wipe it down a couple of times over the last few years, but it really didn't get that dirty.
Wow. Okay. These are some great picks, Chad. You always put so much thought and getting into of course, you as a minister, but you're able to get into the mind of us ministers and things that can not only make our lives easier or perhaps a little more luxurious today, but also things that could help us do our jobs better in the future. And I always appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate it so much.
On November 19th, 2015, you came on and did the gift guide.
Yes.
And here's what you recommended. The Shure MV88 podcast mic, $149. And today,
MV88. Oh, I remember what that thing was.
I do too. Yeah.
It was the thing you put in your iPhone via Lightning. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it was just sat on the end of your iPhone. Fuel Atmos iPad mini case. Some things never change. $49.15. Glyph.
MX Master mouse. Look at that. The
Yeah,
first
I know.
MX Master is on there. Now they just
Logitech
came out with
MX
4.
Master mouse.
Field books, notebooks. Look at that.
See?
How about that, dude?
Cambridge ESV Pit Minion Goatskin Bible.
I still have that one right here.
I
still use it every day, dude.
And
it's awesome.
The Kershaw Shuffle 2 folding knife. Just saying.
That was $14. Wow, that thing has gone
up. Inflation. You can go back and catch all of these. You know, we've done just for the sake of people at home, we've done a complete overhaul on the Light Network's website, and you may notice sometimes that our show notes come through a little wonky in the really, really old stuff. But at least they're still there, and you can copy and paste some things like that. But I went through and searched for Chad Landman, and I found all of these episodes, 2015, 16, 17. I'm sure you did 18 and 19. I don't know where those are. 2020, 2021, 22, 23, and 24.
Yes.
And then a few
Mr.
others
Consistent.
along the way. We're not trying to put Chad in a holiday box here, okay? He's able to talk about many other things as well.
Yeah, you can have me on for something else if you want. I'm just
one time it was crazy. I had you on in May. What's up with that? But anyway.
Wow.
May 26th.
But
you were also on episode 4 in 2013 about how to avoid burnout for youth ministers. Because once upon a time,
that was the one where I was in person.
Yes,
I drove down to Pulaski.
In Pulaski, that's right.
It was and I really do remember that day because it was very stormy, very windy and cold.
Yes.
And I was like, where am I going?
What is this? I know you finally.
Yeah, that was a cool day. That was really neat.
Well, it's always fun having you on, my friend, and I look forward to everything. Like I said, I've added several things on the list as we've been going today, so it's all good. Good stuff.
Well, thank you again, Robert. I really appreciate it, man.
We appreciate you. And again, links, all of this in our show notes, thelightnetwork.tv. Just search for this episode of Preachers in Training. Quick reminder that you can find us every Thursday from thelightnetwork.tv and all of our podcast partners. We've talked a lot about what you can see, and Chad's been showing stuff. You can find all of that on our YouTube page, The Light Network. Let's go preach the word.